Hello everyone, I'm Adam with AEW Maine Treasure Adventures. Today's adventure, Wreaths Across America, WAA. It is a Maine-born non-profit honoring fallen U.S. veterans. It was started by Harrington's Morrill, Worcester in 1992. For 2025, the theme is Keep Moving Forward. They coordinate laying remembrance wreaths at veterans' graves nationwide and overseas on National Wreaths Across America Day. From Maine, a massive truck convoy is escorted to Arlington National Cemetery. As they travel down the East Coast, they will be stopping for ceremonies in schools, memorials, and cemeteries, or right now, the Ellsworth YMCA, as they symbolize the remember, honor, teach mission to educate future generations about freedom's cost. This year, it's taking place in Maine from Saturday, December 7th to December 13th. Today is Sunday, December 7th, 2025. We are currently in Ellsworth to watch the convoy come through. We will go into the ceremony at the YMCA, and then I will take off from here to go film the convoy as they are coming towards Brewer. I will show off some of the ceremony, but I would highly recommend that if you haven't been to one of these yearly events, please do so soon. While it is rooted in Maine and called Wreaths of America, its reach is more on a national scale, as they place wreaths in all 50 states and at sea as a tribute to U.S. veterans. The mission of Wreaths Across America is to remember the fallen, honor those who serve, and teach the next generation about freedom.
Well, good morning and welcome to 2025, if you can believe it, Wreaths Across America event in Ellsworth. Do you remember all those days when we were outside? I'm really happy that we're inside today. How about you? I'm Susan Farley, the news director at ABC 7 and Fox 22. We come together today to show how much we appreciate the people who have protected and sacrificed for our country. Honestly, I can't think of a more fitting day than today, which is also Pearl Harbor Day. The day of a surprise attack on a U.S. naval base in Hawaii that drew the United States into World War II. That attack killed more than 2,300 people and wounded more than 1,200. As we reflect on them and the sacrifice made by all of our veterans, WFW Post number 9 represents.
Ready, post. Present, arm.
Please remain standing while the Lemoyne School students sing the national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we marched were so gallantly streaming. In the rocket's red glare, the bells bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of and the
Ready, two. Left face. Forward, arm. Helmet.
Thank you again for all of you and your families who did it. If you haven't noticed this table here beside me, there is a missing man table. The table itself is small and round to show our everlasting concern. It is set for one, symbolizing the prisoner alone. The tablecloth is white, symbolizing the purity of the soldiers' motives when answering their country's call to serve. The black napkin symbolizes the sorrow of being held captive. The chair is empty, symbolizing they are not here with us. The glass is inverted, symbolizing they cannot raise a toast with us. The slice of lebanon symbolizes their bitter suffering. The grains of salt symbolize the countless tears of their families. The single red rose symbolizes their loved ones who kept the faith awaiting their return. The burning candle is a light of hope that they will be returned to their friends and family. The yellow ribbon symbolizes our continuing uncertainty, the hope for their return, and our determination to account for them. The group that we have not mentioned yet is the veterans that are here with us today. That includes World War II veterans, George Seeley, Navy, World War II. And Senior Navy Chief Robert Broussard, who served in World War II, the Korean War, and Vietnam. We're presenting them with a wreath and thank them for their service. Anyone that's a veteran here, please stand up or raise your hand so that all of us can show you our gratitude. thank all of you for your service. Times were very different when the Vietnam veterans came home. Many were never given a proper welcome, but we can show our appreciation today. Please help me welcome Wreaths Across America Board Chairman Wayne Hanson.
I'm here today to read a proclamation, commemoration of the 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War by the President of the United States of America. Today, I lead our nation in somber reflection as we continue a 13-year commemoration of the 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War in 2012. That's the commemoration in 2012. We salute our brave Vietnam veterans who, in the defense of our nation and in the defense of liberty, fought gallantly against the spread of communism and defended the freedoms of the Vietnamese people. 50 years ago, in 1967, nearly 500,000 American troops served in South Vietnam, along with approximately 850,000 of our allies. Today, during Vietnam and Military Families Month, and as the federal government observes Veterans Day, I am in Vietnam alongside business and political leaders to advance the interests of America and to promote peace and stability in the region and around the world. I cherish this opportunity to recall with humility, the sacrifices our veterans made for our freedoms and the nation's strength. During this commemoration of the 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War, we embrace our responsibilities to help our Vietnam veterans and their families heal from the heavy toll of the war. We remember the more than 58,000 whose names are memorialized on that black granite wall in our nation's capital for having borne the heaviest cost of war. We also pay tribute to the brave patriots who suffered as prisoners of war, and we stand steadfast in our commitment to not rest until we account for the 1,253 heroes who have not yet been returned to American soil. To ensure the sacrifices of 5 million heroes who served during this difficult chapter of our country's history are remembered for generations to come, I signed into law the Vietnam War Veterans Recognition Act of 2017, designating March 29th of each year as National Vietnam War Veterans Day. Throughout this communication and of the 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War, every March 29th thereafter, we will honor all of those who answered our nation's call to duty. We now vow to never again confuse personal disapproval of a war with prejudice against those who honorably wear our military uniforms. With conviction, our nation pledges our enduring respect, continuing care, and offering everlasting commitment to all Vietnam veterans. We applaud the thousands of local, state, and national organizations, businesses, and governmental entities that have already partnered with the federal government in the commemoration of the 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War. Because of their remarkable leadership and dedication, countless Vietnam veterans and their families have been personally and publicly thanked and honored in communities and towns and cities throughout our country. During my administration, I promise to continue coordinated efforts to recognize all veterans of the Vietnam War for their service and sacrifice, and to provide them with the heartfelt acknowledgement and guidance that they and their families so richly deserve. Now, therefore, I, Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Constitution and laws of the United States, do hereby confirm the commitment of this nation to the commemoration of the 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War, which began Memorial Day 2012 and will continue through Veterans Day 2025. I call upon all Americans to offer each of our Vietnam veterans and their families a thank you on behalf of this nation, both privately and during public ceremonies and programs across the country. In witness thereof, I hereby set my hand this 10th day of November in the year of our Lord, 2017, and on independence of the United States of America, 247. Signed by the President. The dates, of course, when this was proclaimed, we all know that we're 2025 now.
I first want to thank Morrill and Karen and all the volunteers for Wreaths Across America for keeping moving forward. This is the 33rd year, I believe, of the convoy. And that is remarkable, and let's give them all a round of applause. I know that personally because I've traveled on, I think, 4 or 5 times on the convoy. Unfortunately, I'm not going this year, but I'm very happy to be here today to see all of my friends and family that have traveled with me over the years on the Wreaths Across America. First, I want to take a moment, too, to just talk a little bit about, today. I know Susan talked about this is the anniversary of, such a tragic day in our history, December 7th, 1941, when President Roosevelt declared, this is the day that will live in infamy. The surprise attack that led us into World War II. And who would know better than that than our 2 World War II veterans that we have here today.
Wreaths Across America's mission is to remember our fallen, honor those who serve, and to teach our children. Branch of the military: Air Force, Army, Coast Guard, Marines, Merchant Marines, Navy, Space Force, and 1 for prisoners of war. Please join me for a moment of silence, followed by rifle volley and taps.
Ready? Aim. Up. Aim. Up. Ready? Aim. Up.
We thank you for your love, we thank you for your grace, and we dedicate this whole event to you. Amen.
I need to thank all the law enforcement involved in helping to make this happen, as well as Darlings and Hannaford, and where would we be without the YMCA? I need to thank all of them. I need to thank today. I need to thank all of you, because otherwise it would just be all of us sitting here standing around. This has become an annual tradition that brings all of us together. And as I look around out here, I see a lot of familiar, very familiar faces. And I'm seeing some new ones, which makes me very happy, because that means we're in good hands and this will continue on. And if I see the next generation over here, I know we're in really good hands, because these guys have been awesome. So be safe, and may this gathering show all of you that you are never alone,
And we will see you right back here again next year. Thank you again.
Until the next adventure, AEW out.